Merry Christmas, Laker fans. Finally, man, the Lakers show what they're capable of tonight. Oh, lovely, lovely game. The depth was on full flex mode, man, as the Lakers defeat the Dallas Mavericks on Christmas Day, 115 to 138 Lakers. Everybody was sensational from the bench to the starters. Our star players, they came in and basically they were efficient from start to end. I told you guys I felt like LeBron was going to go off this game. He played a beautifully efficient game, and we limited turnovers a little bit better in this game, which I think it's such a blessing, man. But as the Lakers continue to play together, they're going to continue to get better. I'm very impressed with the depth this team has. I mean, we don't have a big three anymore. I think we have a big four or a big five because so far, 2 out of 2 games, Trez and Dennis Schroeder have been extremely impressive. Like these guys are efficient, they're explosive, they're putting up the numbers, and especially Trez, man. Trez and Schroeder, oh my goodness. What great pickups. I mean, I want to lock these guys up for the next 3 to 4 years. That's how good they've been. I'm telling you guys. But it's beautiful. Yeah, you guys are delayed. My game is over on my TV, so you guys are a bit delayed for those of you guys that are still watching. But I just want to go over the stats really quick, just so you guys can really take in the efficiency. LeBron James, shout out to Kane, man, 22 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, beast monster. Then you had AD with one of his more, efficient games. He was plus 16. He had 28 points. All right. He had 28 points, 8 rebounds. He had a block. And then Marcus O, he really hasn't made an impact. Neither has Wesley Matthews. So I'm not really going to dissect their game yet. Hopefully these guys continue to find their role. But moving on, KCP had a solid little game with 8 points. Dennis Schroeder, though, 18 points. He has 6 assists, a couple rebounds, and just he did it so efficiently. Like this guy, his field goal percentage was 75%. Think about it. He only missed a couple shots all night long. Kyle Kuzma, sensational as well off the bench with his 13. And then 22 from Montrez again off the bench with 7 rebounds. I think he only missed a couple shots as well. Like these guys are really putting up the numbers and extremely efficient. Like I absolutely love what these guys are doing and how quickly they're adapting to this team. Like it's crazy how they truly feel like they've been playing forever. It feels like after watching this game, even though I can still see a lot of room for improvement. But it's insane. It's insane how I'm sorry, I blocked the wrong person. I didn't mean to. Let me unblock him. THC should come off the bench instead of West. I agree with that. And I was talking to the fans about that on Twitter. Wesley Matthews has been such a high disappointment, and I'm counting the games, including preseason. Now that's 6 games in a row where he fails to make any sort of an impact. It's truly a blessing to have such a deep team, and I don't want to nitpick or destroy anybody, so I'm still going to be patient with Wesley Matthews. But the silver lining in all of this is that THT, even in limited minutes, looks extremely good. And so since he looks that great, like I feel like the team, even though it has a lot more room for improvement, still Wesley Matthews is it still needs to get better and find his role within the team. He hasn't been knocking down shots. His defense has been very, very questionable at best. Same thing with Mark. Mark has been very slow. I hate to say it, but he looks older and slower by the year. And this year, I don't know if he ran out of gas or what, or is he going to save it for later. But all preseason games, but one preseason game he looked solid, and that was the one where AD and LeBron didn't play. But recently, these guys have been looking. Marc Gasol and Wesley Matthews haven't been looking great. Those are probably the only 2 guys that stick out like a sore thumb, and as a result, they're not really making an impact. Is it Dan? Merry Christmas, fam. Good, well-rounded game. But I love the whole team as a whole, man. They made this game look easy. They dominated from end to end. We contained Luka Doncic. He had a decent game. What was Luka Doncic's stats? Let me look those up for you, because I know he did have a decent game. He always does. The guy's a superstar. But it wasn't like one of those groundbreaking games, right? He had 27 points, 7 assists, but nobody else really did work. So we did a good job there, I guess. Josh Richardson, which is the guy I mentioned in pregame, was the only other one that did damage. And so, so that was the key to the game, is that we're so deep and we just dropped high efficiency basketball on them. Basically, we had a big 5 tonight. Kuz, LeBron, Schroeder, Montrez, and AD. I think those are our main five players, like in no particular order, but those are our main five players that are going to do damage night in and night out. And what a beautiful way to cap off this beautiful Christmas day, but with a dominant victory from end to end. And I'm sure a lot of people that were panicking after day one can sit back and relax. I told you guys, don't panic. It'll take time. They'll look a lot more efficient and better moving forward. Now, we also have to remember that LeBron James is a little bit older, and so his body's not used to only taking like 70, 80, 90 days off in the offseason. Like that broke his routine. So him being rusty for the first 4 preseason games and the 1 game of the regular season, I gave him a pass because, like I told you, he can turn it on whenever. And tonight he did just that, man. Beautiful double-double by him. He said, "What's up, Dan? Merry Christmas. Gasol and Matthews are both looking their age." I agree with that, Steven, except Wesley Matthews is not as old as Mark, but I do agree with you, bro. Those guys have to find ways to impact this team because if they do, we're going to be unstoppable. I don't care how good Brooklyn is. And by the way, they look good. The Brooklyn Nets look amazing. However, the Lakers are just a better team. I don't care what the analysts tell you. The analysts, they love the hype, right? So as soon as a new team forms, they become the media darling. Everybody just flocks that way. It always has been, except when it's the Lakers, of course, because they hate us. But when it was the Clippers that got the new roster, oh, they're the favorites to win the championship. Now the paradigm is starting to shift towards Brooklyn. Now they're thinking that they're the ones that are. I've even heard somebody say they're the deepest team in the league and may even be the best. It's like, yo, last I checked, we're the champs, baby. Look at it, we're the champs. That's last I checked, right? So as long as we're the champs, we're the defending champs. Somebody has to dethrone us, and I don't think the Lakers are going to get dethroned. We're just too good. And on nights like tonight, when we made the Mavericks look like a mediocre team, not mediocre, but we made them look like a subpar team. It just shows you how deep we are. Now, of course, they are missing Porzingis, so we do have to take that into account. But still, anytime you go up against a superstar like Luka, you really have to make sure that you dominate from end to end, and the Lakers did that. That's what championship teams do. Now, again, first game versus the Flippers, we are rusty. LeBron James, we go as he goes, especially to start games. He really struggled game 1, just like the previous preseason games. And so the Lakers struggled as a result. Anthony Davis really wasn't balling that game either. But today, they woke up for Christmas, man. They woke up and they gave us all a present. So Merry Christmas to all the Laker fans. I hope you guys really enjoyed that game as I did. Now, you guys wanted me to open this. This was a gift from my boy Mookie. It's collectible cards. If you guys want me to open it, smash the like button. Let me know. Get me to 200 guys during the stream, and I will open it. If not, we'll save it for down the road at some other point. But how y'all feeling today? Now, I do want to talk Christmas with you guys because I got some exceptional gifts from both my girl, my brother, my nephew, and friends and stuff. What was your favorite thing you got? Now, I love all my gifts equally. Don't get me wrong. But what's one of the good things you guys got for Christmas? I want to read the comment section. I always like hearing about. Like, I looked outside the door and all the kids were, trying out their new toys. It's a beautiful sight to see. Everybody's just enjoying themselves. Did you guys get anything notably great? Did anybody get a brand new Xbox or a PS5 or anything like that? Let me know in the comment section, man. I want to read you guys' comments. He said, "Dan, we are deep." That's what she said, Angel. Absolutely, man. We're absolutely deep, and I gotta tell you, man, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Now we're only gonna get better. We're only gonna get better. My man said, NBA 2K21 Mamba Edition. Woo, that's a fire gift, man. Again, my boy Mookie already hooked me up with that earlier in the year, but what a fire gift. Enjoy that. My man said he got an AD jersey. Dang, that's what's up, man. Anytime you get a jersey, those are my favorite gifts during Christmas, man. My girl hooked me up with a Vince Carter retro Toronto Raptors jersey, and I was just like, man, I was super hyped. But luckily, her birthday's around the corner, and I'm going to be able to, hopefully, if God's willing, I'll be able to bless her with something really nice as well. He said, I got a LeBron gold jersey and purple Lakers hat. Dang, that's what's up, bro. That is what's up. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you can tag me with your gifts. I'll retweet them, man. I want to start a little trend to see, look, so we could just share each other's gifts. A new Lakers hat. That's what's up. He said, we got a lot of weapons, Dan. Absolutely. We're stacked, man, from top to bottom. I don't see a lot of weaknesses. Again, the two culprits that aren't really contributing right now, it's still early to really say, oh, get him off the team or anything. But that's Wesley Matthews and Marcus. So hopefully they're able to get comfortable within the team. The guys that came in here and feel like they've been playing forever with this team, even though they're new additions, are Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder. I cannot believe how good Montrezl is, man, and how we got him for $9 million. I really hope he opts into this next year. If anything, I'd be working on an extension if I'm the Lakers. James Caldwell, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. He said, hey, Dan, Happy we won. A lot better than last year. Yes, sir. Now we lost opening night, but like I said, I thought, a pregame like championship ring ceremony night jitters. So I'm gonna give him a pass for the first one. Hey, thank you so much, man. Again, shout out to my boy Mookie. He hooked it up. He said, what do I think of BI? I've always been a big fan of him, Neil. Brandon Ingram, I told you guys, I feel like he has top 5 player potential someday in this league. I think he will reach that. Now, he has to put in the work and has to stay humble and just keep grinding and hungry, right? But he definitely has all the skill sets to be a KD type. I've always loved him since we drafted him. Even the first year where a lot of people felt like he underwhelmed his rookie season, people forgot the kid was 18, man, going on 19. And so, but I saw little glimpses of greatness and the fact that he has this assertiveness. He likes to assert himself, kind of like those old school superstars where he's going to get his every single night. And it's rare when you see Brandon Ingram have an off night, but Brandon Ingram is going to be he's already a bona fide star player in this league. And I think he's going to be a top 5 talent when it's all said and done. All said and done. He said, hey, Dan, where'd you get your Lakers jacket from? My Lakers lucky jacket was a gift, brother. It was a gift from my brother a long time ago when I was just a teenager in high school, man. So I didn't realize it was a lucky jacket till I started wearing it to games and we kept winning, and then drafts and we kept winning. And so that's when I realized, wait a minute, there's something about this jacket. And, that's the legend of the Lakers lucky jacket. Those of you that have been with me for a long time, y'all know, man, smash that like button for real. I'm trying to unbox these collectible trading cards. I've never had Laker trading cards, but shoot, if I like, I probably might start collecting them after this. He said, Dan, Ice Cube need to diss Marcus. So it's too early, Samurai. I know you're a killer, bro, but put the sword away. It's too early for that. He said, yo, Dan, can you tell my friend Louis to stop being a Flipper fan? I can't save him, brother. Only God can save him out of there. He's in there. It's like basketball hell. To be a Clipper fan, it's hard to get out of that because you have to save face, right? They feel like this is the problem with Clipper fans. They actually feel every time they make a move, like land somebody respectable like Serge Ibaka or Kawhi Leonard, they let it get to their head. And they talk so much trash that they can't save face and actually start rooting for the proper team because now they look like what? Bandwagons, right? Instead of they were humble and just quiet and just sat back and observed, they could have easily, snuck out and switched fan bases without drawing too much attention to themselves, and then nobody would talk smack. But that's the problem, man. It's hard. Once he's in basketball hell and they're doing all this Clipper yap, let me tell you something, man. I find more use for my toenail clippers than the LA Clippers. Like, I'd rather have a toenail clipping session here at my crib than watch a Clipper game. That's how bad it's been for years. I just can't. I refuse. My guy, hey, he said, I got a Mamba jersey coming soon, number 8 in the front and 24 in the back. Bro, that's hard. I never heard of that, but that's hard to say. You definitely got to tweet me that pic when you get it. He said, yo, DTLF, Feliz Navidad. God bless you, bro. Much love and congrats on the Lakers. Harold is a stud. He's made for the Lakers spotlight, I believe. My Nuggets going to murk the Flippers. Love you, Dan. Love you too, bro. And I will be watching tonight, rooting on your Nuggets, man, because anytime any team faces the Clippers, they automatically become one of my favorite teams. So, yes, I will be rooting for your Nuggets, and go Nuggets tonight, baby. That would be the cherry on top of this wonderful Christmas present we just received right now as Laker fans. But best of luck. Love you too, bro. Appreciate you. Jameson, always, man. Heart of a champion, heart of gold. He said, Ron, the shutout tonight or second chance points against the Mavericks, this is really a good sign of great defensive intensity. And here's the thing. We are lacking a little bit of rim protection. I will admit that I'm a teeny bit, I wouldn't say concerned, but I'm starting to take notice of Marcus. So he does seem a little bit more flat-footed. I don't want to trash the guy. I'm rooting for him. I love him. But I hope we don't. It's not something where we have to address down the road, where we have to get another big athletic body to go out here and start swatting shots. Because I feel like collectively we could play some small ball. I like Trez at the 5 with small ball 5. Man, this man's putting monstrous numbers off the bench. Imagine if he was getting all those starting minutes and we got that energy early to start games. Trez would really wear out opponents as a starter. In reality, if you look at his production, how good he is, he has all these nice little hook shots, these little flip shots around the basket, super efficient. He showed the jumper. He drilled that in Boban's face twice. That's 8 feet in your face right there after the wingspan. That's 9-10 feet. So he drilled in his face. It shows you the man has some nice touch around the basket. And so what I would do is I would start Trez with AD. I think they're a tandem a force to be reckoned because remember, AD down the stretch of games could always switch to the 5 if Trez is getting killed by that size. So we'll see what happens. I'm not ready to go out and trade for another player yet. I mean, look how we dominated the Dallas Mavericks, 133 to what, 114 or something like that. But I'm just keeping my eye out on Mark, and I hope that he starts using his body a little bit better because he was getting just destroyed in the paint tonight. Dan, what was a good joke you made of me? Oh, that was a good joke. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I hate it when I read stuff wrong. Thank you, brother. Hey, put your sword away with the aggression, brother. That's all love, though. Dan, do you think the Lakers found their legit third option in Schroeder? I believe so, Max. And this takes a lot of pressure off of Kuzma. Now you look at Kuzma since preseason all the way till now, he's been balling because the pressure is off, and it'll give him time to adapt to the team. And he played a really efficient game. Yeah, he had 13 points, but he had some second chance rebounds for us. He played some solid defense. He got out in transition, made some good passes. Kuz is getting better. And the fact that he doesn't have the pressure and the fan base basically destroying him for not being that consistent third option, being so young and having to adapt to the new team is going to do work wonders. Trez is tough-minded. Trez can be that third, four option, but Dennis Schroeder is a dog, man. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too, Den. Man, the love y'all be showing me. Bruh, this man hit me with a 50 piece. Thank you so much. I love you, bro. He said, we look a lot better today. Love our new court. Mark will be fine. If not, trust the front office to make it right. Man, you're 100% right, bro. I'm not concerned. I'm just starting to look that way. Like it's starting to become a nuisance a little bit to see him flat-footed and basically get him beat off the dribble and stuff like that. But yo, my boy hit me with a 50 piece. Merry Christmas to you and your family, bro. Thank you so much. Everybody donating, liking the channel. Well, we got 300 bodies, man. If y'all want to see this unboxing right now, before I end the video, not right now, but before I end this video, smash that like button. Please give me to 200 likes. It helps the channel. I do appreciate y'all, man. Man, y'all really support the kid, man. Merry Christmas, guys. Seriously, y'all. You guys are the best, man. He said, damn, bro, hella support. I know, Laker Nation, right? Laker Nation is truly, it's a godsend, man. It's a God gift. You guys are a blessing, for reals. You guys are my extended family. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Jeez. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Dan. He said, the Lakers' offense and defense is better when Harrell is in. You know why? Because he brings that passion, that energy, and his skill set. It's a beautiful combination. He's like a cyclone. He's coming in here wrecking havoc. Bodies all over the place, scrambling for the basketball, and it's infectious. The team ramps it up. Told you guys, he's like a mini Dennis Rodman. That's what I compare him to, because Rodman, he could put buckets in like that. He wasn't like the best of shooters or nothing, but he was a second chance point guy, dirty work type player, rebounder, great defender, and he was a little bit undersized. But he reminds me of Draymond as well, because Draymond is also an Army Swiss knife who does a little bit of everything. He's not really a scorer or anything like that, but he can go off from time to time. Harrell is the same way. Harrell is not necessarily a scorer, but he can, off of just dirty work, off of grinding, he could out-hustle players, get that putback. He has a nice little soft touch around the basket. He rarely misses putbacks. If you guys notice, once he gathers himself, he either dunks it or banks it off the glass. The kid has a lot, man. He has a lot of skill and heart. All right, that's what I meant. Heart. He has a lot of heart. Oh, we at 116. We may just hit our goal of 200, man. Keep smashing that like. So Merry Christmas, Dan. Our boys look good tonight. They look great. What a great way to end the night. Although for a lot of y'all drinking and enjoying yourselves, man, cheers to y'all. There's no work today. Normally I'd be working tonight, but I get to stay on a little bit longer with you guys tonight. So yay. So we're going to talk till my lungs collapse, baby. He said, good stuff, y'all. He said, got to support our big guy DTLF. I appreciate you, man. My boy didn't really just bless the kid, man. I've already been beyond blessed. I'm truly lucky. I am. I'm a lucky individual, and it's just a blessing. Miles Brown, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? He said, yeah, a big would be nice and much needed, in my opinion. That's a good chance. JaVale gets bought out. I hope we can pick him up. Now, if JaVale does get bought out just for the size by itself, I think the Lakers would definitely look at that. Now, I'm not sure if JaVale would agree or not, because he's probably upset he got moved to Cleveland. I'd be pretty pissed. But as soon as the Lakers call, you got to pick up. For reals. For reals, man. He said he's developing his offense, and his jump shots are getting better. Trez is Jack of all trades, master of none, except rebounding and heart. That he masters for sure, but he's a jack of all trades. He gives you a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and a lot of bit of heart. And that's all that matters, man. Players that play with heart, I prefer those over skill sometimes. I kid you not. He said, "Can you shout out my brother Nick Molina, bro?" Absolutely. Shout out to Nick Molina. Man, Merry Christmas to you and your family, brother. Absolutely. Hey, DTLF, new to the channel. I'm stationed in Afghanistan, and I want to say I love your channel. I'm from Long Beach, diehard Lakers fan here. Our team has gotten better, and I think that we can use another big. Man, thank you so much, brother. Hey, thank you guys for serving the country. I truly, especially this holiday season, man, we wouldn't have this without y'all. So, Laker Nation reciprocates that love right back to you, man. Seriously, we're thankful for your service. So, God bless and love you too, bro. He said, "I like Dennis. Dennis is such a pest. He's exceeding my expectations." Now, I told you guys coming into the season, my man is going to be averaging around 15. Anything over that, great. I mean, he's right around what I predicted, but he's doing it efficiently, and he can knock down the shot. I love it when he shoots because he doesn't second. He's one of these players that he knows his skill set. He's confident. That's why he wanted to start. And so, like I said, I like the confidence. It's not to be confused with cockiness. I really hope we can rework a contract extension with him because once Bron retires, I feel like Dennis' role is going to increase even more. And having Dennis playmaking, facilitating, and scoring for this team and playing good defense is going to take a huge load off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. It's going to take a load off their back. You know, their workload becomes a lot less. If you notice, first two games, neither AD or LeBron have got to 30, not because they can't, but because they don't have to right now. Now, they're weapons for sure, and they can get there at any moment. We know that. We know LeBron and AD can hit you with a 50-piece anytime in a blink of an eye. Now, AD was on tonight, but he's pacing himself because it's a long grind to the season. And this is why we brought Dennis and Montrez, because they're going to take a huge load off of LeBron and AD's back efficiently, consistently, every night in and night out. So, man, I'm ecstatic. Oh, we got less than 60 likes before we open up this collector's pack right here that my boy Mookie sent. So, and I haven't seen no Panini cards in the store. I was actually looking into these because I know they go up in value, but I would keep these. These are collectors for Laker fans, man. He said, "Hey, Dan, is you excited that Michael Cooper is in the Hall of Fame? After all, I think his 21 should go into the rafters." I love anytime a Laker player or ex-player or legend gets recognition, I'm all for it, man. I truly bleed purple and gold. Truly, truly bleed it. And, it's awesome. Michael Cooper, one of the better defenders that this league has ever seen at his position. Pound for pound, he's up there. You know, he was like having a meta world piece at the point guard position or shooting guard position, right? Nowadays, his position is basketball, so I mix those up sometimes. But yeah, I like Michael Cooper, and I'm happy for him, man. He always has a great attitude and always showing love and support for the Lakers and the Sparks. Shout out to the Sparks. So yeah, man, definitely. He said, "Dan, you see Flipper Darrell's videos the other night? Dude is annoying AF. I never click on it. People link it to my page, but I can't stand his voice. I'm just like, dude, he's so annoying. Seriously, he's like basically like the human version of a fly you just want to swat, right? You know how when you're eating a meal outdoors, you're out here having a picnic with your family, your girl, your mom, anybody, and you have that fly just zzz, and you keep swatting away, but it keeps coming back. That's Clipper Darrell, man. That's what Clipper Darrell basically resembles as a fan. And I know he's passionate about his team, but two things here. One, he's passionate about the wrong team. And two, he's delusional. If he wasn't delusional, I'd respect him. I've met an actual Clipper fan who's about his age, about Clipper Darrell's age, that I work with, who's actually respectable. But here's the explanation. He used to be a Laker fan. Now, don't ask me how he flipped. I guess he didn't like winning basketball, right? But bottom line is, this guy's actually respectable. And I'm like, why couldn't Clipper Darrell be like that? That guy's not annoying. He's respectable. You know, he didn't talk smack to me after he took his L like a man. I told him, Lakers winning the championship. He's like, oh, they don't want no piece of the Clippers. Bro, when I seen him, I just looked at him. He just hung his head. He's like, go ahead and talk, man. Go ahead and destroy me. You're about to, do your thing. You was right. And I was like, bro, I'm not going to do that, because you accepted defeat. So I'm going to be humble and, I'm going to enjoy my victory silently. So I didn't really gloat in his face or nothing like that. But, yeah, most Clipper fans, I'd say about 90% of them are just – they resemble a flying bug that wants to get on your sub and you just want to swat it, man. Seriously. He said, huge W and Bron didn't play in the fourth. That's what we need, Kim. That's exactly what we need. And we got to continue on that trend of ending LeBron's night early. That way he's fresh, legs are fresh, his body is fresh for the playoffs. And then we unleash the Kraken in the playoffs, right? Right? That's what it's all about. How about them jerseys, Dan? I love them jerseys. Oh, my goodness. They look even better in person when they were wearing them. Not in person, obviously. I'm not there. But they look even better on live TV. I was just like, what a Lakers just got the swagger, man. No matter what color you put us in. We dripped in with the Lakers right here. We dripped in any color and we killing it. Jameson, my guy, he said, do you not understand why Michael Cooper is not already in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame? A complete disservice. Hopefully it will get fixed real soon. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, but there's a couple of travesties, not just in basketball, but in sports as well. Like there's some Hall of Famers that they leave out, and sometimes politics play into it. But those guys should be taken care of for the rest of their life because they grinded and they entertained us and they basically became our heroes. Agree with you 100%, Jameson. Yes, sir. J2 Savvy. You know it, bro. He said, that's crazy. He said, Kuzma been good the first two games. And I told you guys, a lot of people wanted to get rid of Kuz. I said, extend my man. Extend him, re-sign him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to pay off. He's in a contract year. But now that he's not in a contract year, he put in the work in the offseason, man. Veterans that are around Kyle Kuzma, they say how much of a hardworking young man he is and how he puts in the work night in and night out. And he's something else, man. He's something else. I'll tell you right now, I'm a huge fan of his. And, I gloat about him here and there. But I try to just stay humble and wait till he proves me right. I know he's going to continue to prove me right. Kuz is a baller. Kuz is a baller, and it's only a matter of time for all of you have to accept him. So, again, hey, we're less than 40 likes away, man. Let's see what's in here. Come on. I want to open this box before I get off. Keep smashing that like button. Let's open it up. And shout out to all the donations. My boy Dan with the 50-piece. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, brother. Merry Christmas. He said, Dan, we need a three-point shooter like Duncan Robinson, the Lakers. Bro, those guys don't grow on trees. Duncan Robinson is a sniper. I've been a fan of his and Tyler Hero since they came in the league. Like, first Tyler, obviously. I liked him since Kentucky days. But Duncan Robinson is an elite shooter. We saw it in the finals, and we saw it before that. So he said, Dan, what's your favorite video game of all time? The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. If you haven't played it, man, you missed out. If you played it, you know what's up. It's a dark, badass game. If you're into like puzzle platformers and where you actually have to use your brain to think and solve stuff, I mean, that game. Put it like this. I played it as a child, never passed it, came back as an adult and passed it like years later. But yeah, that game is awesome. Hey, Dan, can you talk about our future with all the contract extensions? Absolutely, Mr. G. Let me tell you, Lakers are in great hands right now because we're in position to succeed now and the immediate future and in the distant future as well. And let me tell you why. The contracts that we have signed, look at the value. I mean, look at my boy, Anthony Davis, man. He's getting less money than guys like Rudy Gobert. Anthony Davis, superstar Anthony Davis, best big man in the league, Anthony Davis. MVP, hopefully this year, Anthony Davis, getting less money than Rudy Gobert. We're getting bang for our buck left and right. Kuzma as well. That was a great deal. I mean, Trez was a steal in the offseason. $9 million? I didn't even think that was possible. That's why I didn't even have him on my list of free agents. I thought he was going to command at least 19, 18 mil. At least what Serge Ibaka got paid. Ozzy, he said, any chance the Lakers get Dennis a contract extension during the season? Absolutely, Ozzy. I'm almost guaranteed it's going to happen because when you play for LA, you fall in love with the city, the fans, the front office, and your teammates. The way that we're built right now, who doesn't want to stay here? Where else would Dennis want to go? All he needs to do is get paid, and when the dollar bills match what he wants, then he's gonna, he's basically gonna sign on a dotted line. I think we have up until February to extend him, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing here. But yes, I think Dennis the Menace will be a Laker, hopefully for a long time. We'll see how much that extension is for. And I want us to, I don't know if Montrez is eligible, but I really hope that if he does opt out this offseason, I hope we bring him back because that kid, I want to keep him at least till he's 33. He's in his prime right now. Dan, you got a PS5? Yes, I was blessed with a PS5, my brother. He said, hey, to be honest, I don't watch basketball. How the Lakers doing? They're going to be amazing this year. So far, we just started the year. But, I mean, this was the best game of the year, and it's only game number 2. So, yeah, it's only going up from here, man. But I'm going to tell you this. My prediction already, Lakers are going to two-peat this year and next year again. So in total, it's going to be a three-peat, if you ask me, unless something drastic happens. But since Giannis didn't decide to go to Golden State, I really don't see a threat. Even Brooklyn, as good as they look, I still feel like we're better at every position than they are. And they may have the more flashy superstars because we know Kyrie's a blast to watch off that crossover. We know that Kevin Durant is one of the best face-of players we've ever seen. As fun as they are to watch, though, come on, man. We got a 7-foot beast who can do it all. And Anthony Davis, and basically a 6-foot, 9-foot beast who can do it all on LeBron with no weaknesses. Because Kyrie don't play defense. AD does. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant is not really an elite playmaker. He's a decent playmaker, but he's not elite. I lie. Kevin Durant is a good playmaker, but LeBron is an elite playmaker. There's levels to this, man. And we got the better two superstars, and we should be able to beat them in a 7-game series. I won't say easily, but best case scenario 5, worst case scenario 6. Same as the Miami Heat last year. I'm giving you the prediction right now, and that's if they make it to the finals. We can't overlook teams like Boston who are looking good this year, amongst others. So, Worlds of Sir. He said, Lakers love from Northern California. Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation. Seriously, it means the world, man. It means the world. High IQ defense. Absolutely. He said, yes, bro. You know that, Kobe. What? Let's not talk about stuff like that, man. Don't sound disrespectful because I might just hit that block button, man. It's Christmas. Let's just enjoy ourselves, be positive. Ozzy, he said, ESPN is gloating about Kawhi playing more minutes. ESPN is reaching at every turn they get, bro. Ozzy, you know what's up, man. Me and you go way back since Staters. And you know how I told you the Lakers were going to win last year. I told you as soon as we built that team. I told everybody. And I feel the same way about this team. The key here is just staying healthy. If we can do that, I don't see anything getting in our way. Now, can we still bluster this team a little bit? Maybe so, depending on Marcus O and Wesley Matthews, how they improve. But in reality, if I'm Frank Vogel, I'm looking at THT and I'm looking at Wesley Matthews and I'm like, I'm sorry, Wes, you're about to get buried in the back of the bench. THT, bruh, every time you hit the court, it's goal, right? It's goal. So put my boy out there and let him play, man. Let him run. My boy said, hey, Dan, a Lakers fan, I hit the like button. I'm not a Lakers fan, but a Heat fan. I hope we see y'all in the finals. He said, again, I have a question for you. Do you think Damian Lillard is the best point guard in the NBA? Man, it's hard to say point guard because it's like a positionless league. Yes, by default, he does play the point guard position, but he's really like a combo guard. If I'm looking for a pure point guard, like as far as playmaking and scoring, I'm probably looking elsewhere. But if I'm looking for a scoring point guard, I'm taking Damian Lillard. But it's hard to say best because, again, but is he one of the best guards in the league? Absolutely. Absolutely. He's definitely a top 3, in my opinion. Who you got up there? A lot of people have Curry. I look at Curry and I say, when he doesn't have a super team, look, he struggles. He's not even in games. If you're elite, you're keeping your team in games at least. And now I know the first 2 opponents that Curry faced have been really tough opponents, right? But they haven't even been competitive. If Damian Lillard was on that team, it probably would have been a little bit closer. Maybe, possibly, not guaranteed. But to be fair to Steph, those Warriors, the supporting cast, Wiggins, Kelly Oubre have been atrocious early on. Now, I know they're going to step it up. I know especially Kelly's a lot better than what he's shown, but he's 0 for 20 from beyond the arc first 2 games. How do I know this? Because my brother Lonnie, man, he be hitting me with them texts because he's a Curry fan. And so he be hitting me with them texts. I told him, man, Curry's not looking like an MVP candidate now that he has a whack team. And he hit me with that stat. Kelly Oubre 0 for 20 from beyond the arc. So I'm going to cut him some slack. But Kyrie Irving's up there for sure. He's a top 3 guard in my opinion. You definitely have to have Luka Doncic. I see him as a guard, even though they position him as small forward sometimes in the depth charts. Luka Doncic, Trae Young, one of my favorites. Ja Morant is rising quickly. I mean, there's so many great guards around the league that I could just gush about. Like, these guys are amazing. Hey, we're 6 more likes away from opening this great gift from my brother Mook. So make sure y'all smash that like button if you guys are in here. 4 likes away. Here we go. My boy said, Dan Marcus is a smart position defender, better than Dwight and McGee. To be determined, because we're not going to disrespect Dwight and McGee. Those guys are champions. But I will say this. He's got his work cut out for him. He needs to find a way to get into position quicker. That way he doesn't get beat off the dribbles. Or I really don't want to see him flopping either, man. He's been getting bodied out there. I mean, Luka was basically laying the ball up in his face on a double clutch layup, and Mark didn't even attempt to swat it. I need to see a little bit more effort. But yay, we get to 200 likes. I can finally do this wonderful unboxing. It's the championship team set for the 2020 NBA season. There it is. There's the front, the side, what comes with it. Uh, I don't know how much this is worth, but thank you so much, brother. I really love it, man. There you go. There you go. Oh, we got a deck. Oh, look at the presentation's already on point. Nothing else in the box, but we got the presentation to the cards right here. Check out the backside. Bang! Or am I holding it back? No, I'm holding it right. They got the city. Is it? Oh, no, it's the court. It's the NBA Finals court. So let's see what's in here. Happy holidays, man. I can't believe my boy really came through like this today. Everybody who's ever sent me anything, man, I truly got love for everybody. Just even the support matters. So the first card here, this is when LeBron James signed with the Lakers in 2018. The legend promised to return to the franchise to the NBA's mountaintop. In his second season, he delivered with James running the show at the point and Anthony Davis dominating down low. It says the Lakers cruised to their 17th NBA title in 2019-2020. And then it has this picture right here. The team. I don't know if the camera can focus or whatnot, but it's a badass picture. So, yep, that's going in the folder. Now we got LeBron James right here. Check it out, holding up the trophies. These are sick, man. These are some collectibles. We got LeBron holding up the trophies right there. King James. Let's see what's next. We got, it says Los Angeles Lakers NBA champs. It's just like pics of the NBA champs. So I'm gonna show it to you guys one by one. One by one, man. Great memories. I'll never forget it. I was drunk that day, man. We got the one with AD and LeBron, the best duo in the game, right? The best duo in the game, hands down. Nobody touching these guys right now, man. Nobody. Even as much as I love KD and Kyrie, they're not touching these guys. And we got LeBron James laying the ball up. It's like different little moments of the finals. So this is a badass gift, man. Thank you so much, brother. We're gonna go one by one with y'all, man, so y'all can see my new little card collection that I'm about to start. I'm gonna put it in one of them folders with the little plastics. Y'all remember when we were kids how we used to collect the Pokemon cards? Check it out. AD. Hopefully it has the buzzer beater up in here. November number 23. They're numbered too, so they're in order. Here you go. But yeah, basically, man, just a great set of cards that my brother Mook sent, man. I appreciate that. But I'm not gonna go through all of them because there's a bunch of them, but man, these are pretty dope. I'm just gonna tell you, these are fire. Check it out. Pretty sick, man. So thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. He said, I'll never forget the 2020 season. For better or worse, we won't ever forget it. You know, as hurtful as that was, and pretty much, you know, the ending to that was poetry, man. It was poetry. It was just. It needed to end that way for us to be able to have a positive outlook for the rest of the year. Because, man, like if we didn't have the Dodgers and the Lakers winning, I don't know. This might have been the worst year ever, and it's already probably that. But that at least really put a nice touch to the end of it. He said, I sometimes get Christmas sick after the holidays. I feel you, bro. This is my favorite time of the year, and when it goes like this, right? Like tomorrow will no longer be Christmas. You know, once we get into the new year, it's a brand new year. I just miss it. But obviously, I want to enjoy the whole year. You know, I do appreciate every single month for what it is. But this is definitely the best of the best. That was Jameson. That was truly amazing. But what you guys give me as well, man. My boy Din here with the 50 piece. Jameson always coming through. I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Christmas hits different. He said, we went through so much, Dan, showing those cards. You almost made me cry, brother. They're beautiful, man. They're beautiful. I'm going to go through these on my personal time and read every single one because it has like a backstory to each player on the backside as well, including your boy, Danny Green. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome, man. Thank you so much, Mookie. Seriously. He said, Dan, do you think we got to worry about Gasol or is it too early to tell? Yeah, I'm going to wait till 8 more games and then I'll make my deliberation, man. You know, I like to wait till we get to the meat and the bones of the season. That's what I like to really dissect this roster for what it is. And right now, I'll tell you, though, it's looking great. We don't look like we have a lot of weak points. Everybody's mentioning size in the paint. That may be one, but it's still too early to tell. Let's see how we adapt if Frank Vogel makes any sort of roster or lineup adjustments or whatnot. But I think I think it's gonna go based off game to game. Last game they had Serge Ibaka, they had some size, right? They had obviously Zubats, they had some size in the paint, and they pretty much exposed us there. But not a lot of teams in the league have that type of size. Some do, some don't. I'd say it's probably like 60-40, meaning 60 don't have size and about 40% of them do. But I just want to see how we match up versus those teams and what kind of defensive adjustments the Lakers make versus those teams that do have the size. When we go up against the Karl Anthony Townses of the league, the Joel Embiids of the league, the Jokic's of the league, right? When we do that, that's about when that's when we'll know. My boy said, Dan is fresh dressing Laker fan YouTuber. Dan is, thank you, Kay. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I got a huge wardrobe. It's not just Laker stuff, but we got a rep out here, man. But I am going to start introducing a little bit of a different wardrobe to you guys. Like I said, I did get this sick retro Vince Carter jersey that I've been wanting for a long time. I love retro jerseys. And my girl, being as thoughtful and loving as she is, we go through our ups and downs in our relationship. But I will say, man, she's a very thoughtful gift giver, as well as I like to believe I am as well. But she went out. She heard me telling you guys that I love retro jerseys one night, and she went out for this Christmas. She got me the Vince Carter, which it's a blessing, man. It truly is. He said, I'm not high on Gasol, but I thought he played better today. Definitely, and I think he'll get better. I think he'll get better, and I think he'll continue to get better. My brother Ming said, do you have a P.O. box then? I used to have one, bro. I used to have one, but I would rarely check it. And honestly, you guys did, like, that was when I had less subscribers, so I never really received anything. So, yeah, I don't have one right now, but I do have an address where you can ship that's safe. It's not my home, but it's a family or a friend home that I could definitely receive cool stuff too. So if you guys ever do want to send anything, you want to share with the channel, I never receive anything and unbox it on my own time. I always want to share it with you guys because I want to reciprocate some of that love that you guys show me, right? So here we go with the ignorance. Here we go with the ignorance. Okay, Tay, have a good day. Merry Christmas. Peace out. My brother said, I'm sorry, I got lost. He said, yo, Dan, great win. Defense was good. Bench had 60 points. LeBron and AD played well. Also, great Christmas. Oh, I love it. I love it. And it just basically solidifies to all those naysayers that were panicking after game one. I told you guys, just be calm. Things will get better. This is still the best team in basketball. And it only got a little bit closer because Brooklyn looks good. But I still think it's Lakers, Brooklyn, and then everybody else. Like, that's how far the gap between the Lakers and everybody else is. You got the Lakers at the top. We're the defending champs. Till they dethrone us, we're still going to stay up here. We're the top dog. And we continue to show dominance tonight. You got Brooklyn because they're trying to rise, right? They're looking good with the two superstars. So they're right here. And then you got the rest of the league. Now, let's keep monitoring that for the rest of the season. Maybe Brooklyn will try to, level up. But they're never going to be on our level till they dethrone us, period. That's the way I look at it, man. Got to have a top dog mentality. You said Brooklyn looks good because their two best players are playing like they have all the energy in the world. LOL. They haven't played in a whole season. I agree with that too. And you have to imagine that a hungry Kevin Durant, who's been sitting for over a year or so, I don't know, I lost count, but who's been sitting for a long time, you had to know he was going to come out hungry. Trust me, I'm picking him up for my FanDuel Fantasy Daily Draft Leagues. So yes, you had to know. Hey, thank you so much, Films. He said, we appreciate you, DTLF. Go Lakers. Also, I need some tracks for my new indie movie, and I want you to send anything. Oh, you need tracks for your indie movie? I haven't released anything in quite some time, and I've been busy with the holidays. But I am dropping a mixtape really soon, man, and we'll see if you like anything from there. We'll see. I was supposed to drop it before Christmas, but we've been lagging it, me and my brother, man. So me and my bro Lonnie. So we're gonna hopefully hit it this new year. We're gonna go hard. Jonathan, my brother, man, he said, we love you, Dan. Keep it up on your streams, man. One day I'm going to be like you. Oh, man. I appreciate you, Jonathan. That's my bro. Oh, that's my little bro, man. My brother, Jonathan, we grew up together. And, he used to go to my mom's church, and he's just a great guy. I got mad love for Jonathan. So it means a lot, bro, your donation. Thank you so much, man. And saludos a tu familia. which means, say hi to your family for me. Um, thank you, brother. Thank you for us. My guy said, Dan, would John Collins be a good fit for the Lakers if they decided to trade for him midseason? You're talking about John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks? That kid is super talented. I doubt he goes anywhere now. Just because he wasn't able to rework a deal with the Atlanta Hawks right now doesn't make he's still a restricted free agent, so they can match anything. But I don't know why they didn't, make that extension. I really like John Collins. Maybe they like the new draft pick they got to replace him. I don't know, but I'd be shocked if somebody throws major money his way and the Hawks don't match. Like, I'd be shocked because he's very talented. Dan, he said KD and Kyrie are going to stop themselves, LOL. I do believe it. I think right now they're in the honeymoon period, but I do think eventually they're going to flame out. I wholeheartedly believe that, man. And we'll see. We'll see what happens moving forward. But I just right now they're in that honeymoon phase where it's a brand new team. They're both ISO ball scorers. Nobody really needs the ball like that, other than them. And here's another thing: they play under Steve Nash, who is he's a disciple of Mike D'Antoni. We know Steve Nash had his best career under Mike D'Antoni, just like everybody else, just like Steve Nash. Yeah, just like James Harden and everybody, Jeremy Lin, everybody balled out on their mic. And so if you notice the style of play that Brooklyn is that running gun, that 7 seconds or less is the same thing. He's running the same exact offense. And so those stats are going to look even better. And what happens with that Mike D'Antoni offense is that everybody's running, everybody's getting touches, especially your star players. And you have the ultimate green light if you're a star, especially. And they're going to get their numbers. So as long as they're getting their numbers, they're happy. Here's the key, though. If one of them starts struggling and he's not getting the same touches, will there be a rift in the locker room and a battle for leadership positioning? Like, because that's what happens a lot of time. There's so many egos in the NBA, a lot of divas. That's why it's so refreshing to have superstars like AD and LeBron that just want to win, right? They're okay with dropping a 10-point game or a 50-point game, whatever the team needs. So, overall, we'll see what happens. I wish Brooklyn the best, except when they play my team, right? My Lakers. But you know who else looks impressive, even though they lost today? The Pelicans. They lost to the defending champ Miami Heat, but the Heat just put the clamps. That's why they made it to the finals. They're an elite defensive team. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Pelicans are no joke. They're going to be – I was talking to my boy again today, and I was like, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. The Pelicans are not a joke, all right? PSA. The Pelicans are here. And Brandon Ingram stepping up. Zion Williams looks good. He just needs to add a consistent jump shot. That's his only weakness. But at least he tries it, unlike Ben Simmons, right? Shots fired. But unlike Ben Simmons, at least your boy Brandon Ingram, Zion Williams stays aggressive. And that's the key. And then Lonzo's shot looks better, even though tonight he struggled a little bit in the second half. But his shot looks a lot better. I really like the addition of Steven Adams. And they have some good bench players as well, man. JJ Redick, though, he better put up or shut up. And what I mean by that is they might trade him if he doesn't start knocking down shots. He had a horrible game tonight. They might have had a shot if he knocked down half of his buckets. So they need role players like him, Nico Melli, all these other Pelican players to step up, not just the star players there. My boy said, Brooklyn is okay, Dan, but our Lakers have not only the best duo, but the best cohesive unit in basketball. And it's not all about the stars, but the others as well. Exactly, Jay. I agree with you. And that's what I was mentioning earlier in the stream. The addition of Montrez and your boy Dennis, the menace Schroeder, as these guys they're taking so much pressure off your stars. And when we get to the playoffs, your stars are going to be fresh. They're going to come in like gangbusters, just dropping 40s and 50-point games in the playoffs. We're going to see some more history come playoff time. So the front office was extremely smart on doing two things: adding some scoring and defensive firepower to this team, and adding youth. Those two things right there, man, amazing. Truly spectacular. Truly, truly spectacular. Hey, welcome, Don. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the subscription. Make sure y'all smash the like button as well. That truly helps the channel. Thank you, brother. Who? Yeah, he's already blocked. Yeah. There's some ridiculous people. Are the Lakers... What was that? He said, facts, we need a 3 and D youth guy. and a playmaker. He said, "Do you think the Nuggets will be the same without Grant?" I think they're going to be better. Let me tell you why. Because as much as I like Grant, this opens up the opportunity for the younger guys. I'm talking Michael Porter Jr., who I'm a huge fan of. I told you guys in the draft, whoever passes on him is going to regret it. Yes, he's injured right now, but the kid is going to be nice. And yes, Michael Porter Jr. is going to be a star in this league for years to come. And they already have two stars there. They have Jokic and they have Jamal Murray. So that team, to me, is still my second favorite in the West. And hopefully tonight they prove me right by dethroning and destroying the overhyped Clippers. And I shouldn't say dethroning. That's the wrong word because they don't have any crown on their head. But I should say they should expose them tonight, hopefully. But I will say this, my boy Jamal Murray didn't play well. I'm not sure if he's injured or not. He didn't play well game 1 of the season. Hopefully tonight he plays well because they're going to need him. He said, I love Trez, Dan. He's a straight dog. Gives us a great energy off the bench. And Dennis Schroeder has been very impressing as our starting point guard. Yes. And I also been mentioning how Dennis, I agree with you, bro. Great points. And Dennis Schroeder is the best point guard we've had since Ramon Sessions. Like, we normally don't get elite point guards. We get elite shooting guards, obviously Kobe Bryant, who destroyed for 20 years. But point guards, since what, Nick the Quick Van Exel? That's probably the other best point guard we've had that has this type of shiftiness, speed. Now, I won't say Steve Nash because he didn't have the best year here, but I'm talking about players that made an impact. At least Ramon Sessions was averaging his 14.6 assists a game, even though he didn't disappear in the playoffs. I'm just talking about the style of play. Dennis Schroeder is the quickest point guard we've had since Nick Van Exel. Think about that. And that just shows you what a difference that makes, especially for a guy like LeBron who's starting to age a little bit. A guy like LeBron with a point guard like Dennis, the Menace, is going to just it's going to extend him. Maybe his career might even extend by a year because he doesn't have to overexert himself. Now, this guy can handle the ball a little bit. He could attack the paint a little bit, play, make, knock down some open shots. Remember, last year we had LeBron over-dribbling a lot sometimes, and sometimes it would result in a bad shot at times because he was tired from carrying a heavy load. Same thing with AD. Sometimes we would have him almost injuring himself, falling all over the place because he was getting double, triple teamed. Well, this guy's going to keep the defense spread apart because the floor is going to stretch with his ability to knock down shots. And he can beat you off the dribble with that first step, quick explosion. Dennis is not a joke. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for the donations, man. Special shout out again to Mook, Din, all you guys that donated and just contribute in any sort of way, including the smashing the like button, subscribing, all that. Much love, guys. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you guys, man. I'm glad the Lakers were able to deliver this beautiful win for you guys, as well as myself. And I'll see you guys here right next for that next pregame. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. God bless. Peace out.